Howdy, y'all. Let's see. Am I in frame? Yeah. Okay. So, one of the things that I realized today is that being a perfectionist, you don't get a cookie or anything. Meaning, being perfect doesn't get you anywhere because this is such an imperfect world. And it's so hard for me to swallow that. Because I'm thinking if I work out, I pay my bills, I don't litter, I take care of the environment, I'm not mean to humans, that ultimately I will have this beautiful life, right? No, there's other people in the world that will make it difficult for you. So let's say that you go to pay your bill and for some reason, and it's happened before me, that the system's messed up. And so you're having to sit there and fix that issue that wasn't even your fault. But when you're a perfectionist, somehow it, like, well, no, I guess maybe not a perfectionist. For me, somehow I iterate that it is my fault. So, like, my daughter, me and my daughter woke up late. Technically, I thought my husband set the alarm or was going to wake up. There's miscommunication. And then I wake up at, like 30 minutes after my alarm should have gone off, and then already like 3 minutes after she should have been at the bus. So it was kind of like rush in the morning, but I was trying to keep my composure. And I was just like, I went to bed on time. I made sure she was ready. I'm always trying to make sure that I'm prepared as much for the next day as possible. And it didn't happen. And I had a meltdown and started thinking like it's my fault. It's my fault this is happening. And I told myself, let's rethink something. Just call your mom. And so I call my mom and I sit and talk to her, and I'm just telling her what problem is it's not necessarily like the miscommunication between me and my husband, or the possibility that she's late for school or whatever, she's late for school. It was the fact at that moment I felt like me being perfect was never going to be enough. And I just started crying. And I was just like, I try so hard. I really do. Not just only because of like becoming sober and I'm so aware of a cause and effect. It gives me anxiety and then also causes me to just be like, I want to be the best version of myself because I don't want to cause anyone distress. I have that much empathy. um, but yeah, it's like I don't want to cause anyone any distress. So let me be the best human being I possibly can. But that's the problem. I'm human. I'm gonna fall at some point or at some time. It's just not going to work the way that I want it to. And retrospect, that's fine, or at least I have to allow it to be fine. That's why I was crying about it. It was almost like a realization of all of my hard work, not necessarily not meaning something because it will mean something at the end, but it's almost a work in progress. So, like for me, I always like to tell my daughters, I had the realization it's not getting to the top, it's the climb that I like. So when I'm having meltdowns or I'm getting really frustrated, they always just tell me it's the climb. Don't forget, this is the climb. And I just rethink what I'm doing and kind of get my head back together and just remember, yeah, this is the fun part. The fun part is working and challenging yourself mentally, and now for myself physically at the gym. But the mental is always going, never interchanging. You're always learning things about the human brain, about your personality, about your traits you were born with, traits that you want, all of these things. And it really hit me all at once in the morning when all of this was happening. And I just, had a moment of clarity at the same time of a meltdown. And it's a bittersweet moment. I'm 35 years old I put that in my head that I'm working on my 8-year-old self. My 8-year-old self was an amazing human being. She was fun, bubbly, ready to go, just down for anything. And I felt like I still, as a child, held back. And now, as an adult, where I don't have to hold back at anything, at any cost, I'm figuring out that I don't have to be perfect when I do it. Just like I make these videos. Sometimes my mic isn't on, so I have to redo it. My concept isn't right, I have to redo it. I know I should take notes, but I'm very more of like, Lord, let whatever you want me to speak upon come to you, or come to me to come to you. And it might work, it might not. We'll have to see in the future. We don't know. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect to start anything. The greatest thing is learning. You have the capability of learning something right there. You should be grateful. So I guess it's a grateful day. Be grateful that I have the mindset that I do. Be grateful that I am never stopping. Keep going. And that's what matters. I got to get ready for the gym. All right. Bye.